Hello, I'm Brianna Morris. Let's get up to speed on what's been happening in Conservative Canada. Is another defeat coming for Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party in an upcoming Montreal by-election? Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says he would shut down supervised drug consumption sites near schools and playgrounds. Premier Blaine Higgs announces he would lower New Brunswick's harmonized sales tax if re-elected this fall. Former UCP MLA and Cabinet Minister Tyler Shandro exonerated by the Alberta Law Society. Ontario's Ford government speeds up repairs of the Gardiner Expressway. Voters in the federal riding of Toronto-St. Paul's elected the Conservative candidate in a June by-election, following the resignation of a former Cabinet Minister and Liberal MP Carolyn Bennett.
Conservative Don Stewart has won the longtime Liberal stronghold. This is a stunning result in a seat the Liberals have held for more than 30 years.
Don Stewart took questions from reporters as the results came in.
There's a message that our voters would like to send to Mr. Trudeau, and that's one of change. The only way to get that is by electing a Conservative government.
The Liberals are no doubt concerned about what this loss means for an upcoming by-election in Montreal, where former Liberal Justice Minister David Lametti resigned earlier this year.
I will continue to engage, to talk and to listen and to meet with all my MPs from across the country to talk about how we can both understand what we need to improve on, given last week's by-election defeat.
Since the by-election, high-profile Liberal Minister Seamus O'Regan has also announced he's quitting Cabinet.
There's never a perfect time. There's just, the time. And so I went to the Prime Minister when he was here, actually, in the province, July 1st. We had that conversation then, and then it was just a matter of finding the right time. And like I said, never a perfect time.
Over the past year, we have seen several Liberal MPs resign or announce they will not be seeking re-election. People within the Liberal Party are increasingly asking whether or not Trudeau should stay on as Prime Minister and leader. This includes former Environment Minister Catherine McKenna and Liberal MP Nathaniel Erskine-Smith.
It seems to me there is one way to answer the question, and that's to put it to the Liberal membership. Forget the anonymous Liberal MP quotes in the media, of which I will never be one. Let's have members, activists, organizers, and grassroots donors across this country decide. That's what I would do if I was the Prime Minister.
Will Trudeau stay on as leader of the Liberal Party into the next election? Only time will tell. Conservative Party Leader Pierre Poilievre says he would shut down supervised drug consumption sites near schools and playgrounds.
And I'm today calling for the Trudeau government to close its drug den. Justin Trudeau must immediately shut down this hard drug injection site, this drug den, to protect our children, reassure families, and ensure the safety of all Quebecers and Canadians.
While taking questions from reporters, Poilievre said it is dishonest language to call drug consumption sites safe.
So they're not safe. They are unsafe injection sites. They are drug dens, and we oppose them.
Poilievre says his government would not fund drug consumption sites. Instead, tax dollars would go towards treatment options.
I'm against the drug dens next to children's playgrounds, schools, other places where people who are vulnerable in the community live. We will defund them. There will not be a single taxpayer dollar from the Poilievre government going to drug dens. Every single penny will go to treatment and recovery services to bring our loved ones home drug-free. Thank you.
In Alberta, the UCP government, under the leadership of both Premiers Jason Kenney and Danielle Smith, have made addictions treatment a priority.
Our government is working day and night to build a recovery-oriented system of care and to make recovery a reality for anyone. We started by creating 8,000 treatment spaces to help Albertans struggling with addiction access treatment. That means over 8,000 more Albertans can access detox treatment and recovery services every year. Then our government eliminated user fees on publicly funded treatment. Under the NDP, Albertans who were seeking addiction treatment were forced to pay $40 per day.
The UCP government also opened a $13 million navigation and support center in Edmonton. This center supports those impacted as police dismantle homeless encampments where drug use is common.
A provincially run support center for people experiencing houselessness in Edmonton is being made permanent.
This navigation center model has exceeded our expectations.
The province's navigation centre opened in January.
Since January of this year, Edmonton's Navigation and Support Centre has been used by over 1,800 people and has made more than 5,500 referrals. Now the Alberta UCP Government is opening a centre in Calgary.
As part of our recovery-oriented system of care, the Navigation and Support Centre brings existing services under one roof. And those who formerly stayed in encampments and anyone experiencing homelessness can access the supports they need quickly and simply.
Homeless encampments continue to be found in cities throughout Canada. This July in Victoria, BC, a paramedic was assaulted while responding to a call at an encampment. Firefighters nearby intervened and they were all swarmed until police also showed up.
A large number of people came out from their tents that are entrenched in the 900 block, and there was basically a kind of a mob mentality against the police.
40 police officers responded to get the situation under control. Firefighters and paramedics will no longer respond to the 900 block of Pandora Avenue without police present. In New Brunswick, Premier Blaine Higgs announces he would reduce the province's harmonized sales tax if re-elected.
If re-elected this fall, a progressive Conservative government will cut the HST, New Brunswickers' pay, by 2%. We'll cut. That's right.
The HST rate in New Brunswick currently sits at 15%. It would be reduced to 14% in 2025, then 13% in 2026, while maintaining a balanced budget. This harkens back to former Prime Minister Stephen Harper's pledge to reduce the GST.
In 2005, federal opposition leader Stephen Harper promised to cut the tax by 2 points.
We are going to give consumers a tax cut that no politician can take away.
The Canadian Taxpayers Federation says this tax reduction could translate into $1,000 in savings per year for the average New Brunswick family.
But we think this is an excellent policy move, and it really is the result of 6 years of sound economic management. The Higgs government has paid down $2 billion worth of debt.
When asked why he doesn't cut the tax immediately before the election, Premier Higgs indicates he wants to do it prudently.
We have seen governments announce tax cuts or announce spending programs before they could actually afford them. In this case, I've been 6 years in. We have a team that's focused on doing what's right for New Brunswick, but doing it in a way that we can prudently manage it. So we learn a lot as we go, and we learn our capabilities as we go. We're getting better, and we're getting stronger every day, and this is a reflection of that.
The election in New Brunswick is slated to be held on or before October 21st of this year. Former UCP MLA and Cabinet Minister Tyler Shandro was exonerated by the Alberta Law Society. 4 years ago, complaints were made against Shandro while he was Alberta's health minister. One allegation involved an interaction with a neighbor over a social media post, and 2 others related to contacting family doctors about their concerns. In a statement, Shandro says, "Law Society processes are designed to protect Albertans from bad lawyers. The abuse of this process for political gain is wrong." Shandro now continues to practice law and serves as a board member of a health board. In Ontario, construction on the Gardiner Expressway has more than doubled commute times. The Ford government has just announced $73 million in funding to the City of Toronto to speed up repairs on the condition that work be allowed to proceed on a 24/7 basis.
This accelerated timeline will move the construction completion date from April 2027 to at least April 2026.
Speeding up the project is anticipated to benefit Ontario's economy by hundreds of millions of dollars by getting drivers and goods out of gridlock much quicker. And that's it for this week. Be sure to like and subscribe to our page and sign up for our free email updates. Stay in the know with what's happening in Conservative Canada. Thanks for watching.